Welcome to RCTech. This is Ritesh Srinivasan. In this video, I'll explain about abstractive text summarization. I'll be explaining about Google Pegasus deep learning model for abstractive text summarization, and I'll also demonstrate how you can perform abstractive text summarization on your text using Hugging Face Transformers library in Python. This video will have three sections. The first section covers what is abstractive text summarization. It also covers some prerequisites like what is transformers, what is masked language modeling, and also Rogue F1 metric, which is a metric for abstractive text summarization. The second part would dive a little bit deeper into what is Google Pegasus deep learning model for abstractive text summarization. And in the third part, we will be covering about how you can do your own text summarization on your own text by using the Hugging Face Transformers library in Python. If you are new here and if you like such content, please subscribe to the channel. The link for the code will be put in the description. All the important links to the paper and any videos referred in this video will be put in the description of the video. Let's get started. Let us first look at what is abstractive text summarization. In the case of abstractive text summarization, we build an intermediate semantic representation of a document, of a text document, right? Then what we do is that the summary is synthesized from this intermediate semantic representation. So the summary may not be having original content. The summary may use paraphrasing techniques, and in general it's a very challenging problem to generate grammatically and semantically correct text summaries. Okay, let us now look at what is a transformer model. Okay, a transformer model is a sequence to sequence deep learning network. It consists of a set of encoder and decoders. So in this example, a transformer model does machine translation. For example, you have a text in French and it is converted into English. Alright. So the transformer model consists of a set of encoders and a set of decoder. It accepts an input as a sequence and it gives output as a sequence. Hence, it is a sequence to sequence model. Here the input is a statement in French. So you have this sentence with 3 words, and here you have this English translation, the sentence with 4 words. Okay. So this is the transformer model. So how is the transformer model different from a sequence to sequence encoder decoder deep learning network? So what happens is that in every encoder there is a self attention layer, okay, and a feed forward layer. Similarly, in the decoder you have self attention, then you have encoder decoder attention layer and a feed forward layer. So this is the key difference from a typical encoder decoder sequence to sequence architecture in the transformer model. Okay, this is very high level idea of what is a transformer model. For further details, I would suggest you look at this link from Jay Alumnar, who has done a very beautiful explanation of the transformer models. So this is the link for the illustrated transformer. I have not seen anybody explain it in such a beautiful way for you to understand the concepts of the transformer models. Another concept which you need to be aware of before getting into Pegasus details of Pegasus model is masked language model. So what is the idea over here? You have a transformer model called as BERT. Okay, so in BERT what they did was that if you have an input statement like this, you give an input sentence like this, a particular word would be masked. Okay, and typically they try to randomly mask 15% of the tokens in your corpus. Okay, and what is the task which is done via BERT? So BERT is also a transformer model. You have an encoder decoder with self attention in the encoder layer as well as in the decoder layer. So it actually tries to predict the masked word over here. Okay, so the output of BERT is given to a feed forward network plus softmax activation, and it tries to predict this word. So in this way, BERT was trained in an unsupervised manner to learn which is the words which are masked. Okay, so this kind of a model is called as a masked language model. Okay, so in this masked language model, what happens over here is that we are masking a word over here and then we are trying to predict this masked word. So what effectively happens is that you get nice embeddings over here, word embeddings for this particular word in this particular context. Okay, so this is called as a masked language model. And for further details of Word, I would again recommend you to look at this article from J. Alumnar, who's also done very good illustrations of Word, and you will understand Word better. Okay. The next important concept in Pegasus is that you need to understand what is the metric for comparing summaries which have been generated by a model with the reference summaries which are human produced. Okay, so for this you have something called as ROGUE F1 metric. So ROGUE stands for Recall Oriented Understudy for Gisting Evaluation. It is essentially a set of metrics for evaluating automatic summarization of text as well as machine translation. It works by comparing an automatically produced summary or translation against a set of reference summaries which is typically the human produced. Okay, so the ROGUE 1 refers to the overlap of unigram or each word between the system and reference summaries. Now, what does ROGUE 1 F1 stands for? Okay, so the F1 stands for F1 measure. So the F1 measure is nothing but 2 into precision and recall divided by precision plus recall. Okay, so what is recall in the context of summarization, right? So recall is nothing but the number of overlapping words between the reference summary and the generated summary from our algorithm divided by total words in the reference summary. Okay, now what is precision? Precision is the number of overlapping words again between the reference summary and the system generated summary divided by total words in system summary. So if you have a high precision, that means that a lot of unwanted words are actually not produced in your summary. The summary is quite close to your reference summary. So using this recall and precision, using these definitions, you can compute the F1 score. Okay, for more details of this ROGUE 1 metric, you can look at this particular presentation. These links will be posted in the description of the video. Now let us look at what is Pegasus. Pegasus stands for Pre-training with Extracted Gap Sentences for Abstractive Summarization. It was a paper published in June 2020 by researchers from Google Research. So what happens over here is that you have a set of documents, you feed it into Pegasus, which is a sequence to sequence model. It kind of gives you the abstractive summaries. It does this via something called as pre-training with extracted gap sentences. Let us look at what is pre-training with extracted gap sentences in Pegasus. So if you look at this sentence, it is Pegasus is mythical. Then there is this sentence, it is pure white, and then there is this third sentence, it names the model. So if you have these three sentences in text and you were to mask this entire sentence, okay, then you have this masked language model over here where you have this sequence to sequence network where you have the transformer encoder and decoder. Okay, so here you have this entire sentence masked as mask 1 in pre-training, and you also know that the target sentence is it is pure white, right? Now if you train this network to identify this particular gap sentence, right, this particular sentence, you are now able to predict certain sentences in your text. Now such sentences are called as gap sentences. Okay, so in your entire text, when you have a set of sentences, you can select certain sentences called as gap sentences. You can mask them and then feed it to this particular model, okay, which is trying to predict this gap sentence. Okay, so here the masked language model operates at a sentence level, which is mask 1. You also have this mask 2, which operates at a word level. Okay, but later in the paper it was explained that you need not do this masking at a word level. We can just pre-train at a sentence level. So the idea is that if you optimize pre-training on a large corpus where you are trying to remove a certain set of sentences, right, which are gap sentences basically, and then trying to predict them, you have actually made this model learn on how to predict certain masked sentences. Okay, now you can use this pre-trained model in the downstream task of summarization, where you can collect a set of these gap sentences and call them as a summary of the text. So it is like an abstractive summary of the text. Okay, so the whole idea of Pegasus is that how can you pre-train with extracted gap sentences, right? How can you pre-train this network, the sequence to sequence network, to predict these gap sentences? So once it is pre-trained, you can use it on downstream tasks for extracting the summary. So Pegasus, as I said, stands for pre-training with extracted gap sentences for abstractive summarization. Okay, so in this paper, they propose a new self-supervised pre-training objective for abstractive summarization, gap sentences generation, and study strategy for selecting those sentences. Okay, then they evaluate the proposed pre-training objective on a broad range of downstream summarization tasks with careful ablations to choose the best model settings, which is then used to train a 568 million parameter Pegasus model. And they say that this surpasses or is on par with the state of art on all 12 downstream datasets considered. So they considered a set of downstream for the summarization tasks. They considered 12 downstream datasets, and they did various ablations of the best model settings to identify which are the best hyperparameters for this model. And they say that this model is actually on par or has improved on the state of art. Okay. They also said that good abstractive summarization performance can be achieved across broad domains with very little supervision by just fine-tuning the Pegasus model, and they are able to surpass previous state-of-art results on many tasks with as little as 1000 examples. Okay. They have also conducted human evaluation studies to validate our experimental design and demonstrate human-level summarization performance on the datasets like XSum, CNN Daily Mail, and Reddit Tifu. Okay, so this is the link of the paper. You can look at this paper. I'll put this link in the description as well. So let us look at what is gap sentence generation, right? So they select and mask whole sentences from documents and concatenate the gap sentences into a pseudo summary. Okay, the corresponding position of each selected gap sentence is replaced by a mask token, mask1, just like how we saw in the previous diagram. Okay, so what is important over here is a parameter called as gap sentences ratio, which refers to the number of selected sentences to the total number of sentences in the document. To even more closely approximate a summary, they select sentences which appear to be important or principal to the document. The resulting objective has both empirically demonstrated benefits of masking and anticipates the form of downstream task, which is your summarization. Okay. So what are the strategies which they have considered for this gap sentence generation? So they consider three primary strategies for selecting M gap sentences without replacement from a document which has N sentences. Okay. So the first idea is random. So uniformly select M sentences at random. The second idea is lead, which is select only the first M sentences. Okay. The third idea is principal gap sentences. Now what is this? So here what happens is that you select the top M scored sentences, okay, according to importance. Now what is importance of the sentence over here? So what they do is that they compute the rogue F1 score of between the sentence and rest of the document, and then they rank these top M sentences based on the rogue F1 scores, and then they select these sentences as your gap sentences. Okay. Here is an example of a gap sentence selection strategy from the paper. So if you look at this particular text, the green color ones are sentences which have been randomly picked up. Lead is nothing but the sentences which are picked up in the beginning, And then you have principal sentences, which are sentences which is in blue in color, which are sentences which are important to the document based on the rogue F1 score of the sentence against the whole document. So if so, it's very clear that lead is the first few lines, randoms are some random lines, and this is again based on the principal selection strategy. For pre-training of the model, they consider two data sets. One is C4 or huge news. So the C4 dataset consists of 350 million pages and it's of 750 GB size. Huge news is a dataset of 1.5 billion articles, 3.8 TB store, basically in memory, collected from news and news-like websites from 2013 to 2019. They did a whitelist of domains ranging from high-quality news publishers to lower-quality sites such as high school newspapers and blogs was curated and used to seed a web crawler. Heuristics were used to identify news-like articles, and only the main article text was extracted as plain text. For the downstream summarization datasets, what they did was they used public abstractive summarization datasets, and they accessed them through TensorFlow summarization datasets. So because of this, it provides publicly reproducible code for dataset processing and train validation test splits. They used train validation test ratio of 80:10:10 if no split was provided, and 10% train split as validation if there was no validation split. The dataset details are present in the paper. They considered the following datasets for the downstream summarization tasks. The datasets are something like XSum, CNN Daily Mail, Newsroom, GigaWord, ARXIV, PubMed. So these are from different domains, and these are different types of documents. The other datasets which are being used over here are BigPatent, WikiHow, Reddit TIFU, AESLC, and Bilsum. Now these datasets are from different domains again. Here are the results published in the paper where they are comparing the Pegasus large and Pegasus base model on all downstream datasets compared with the previous state of art. Okay, so the numbers which are in bold over here are the best rogue numbers on each dataset within 0.15 of the best numbers. Okay, so if you look at over here on the XSum dataset, the Pegasus large is beating the state of art. And if you look at the CNN Daily Mail, it is close to the state of art. It is actually beating the state of art in Newsroom, in Multinews, in Reddit TIFU, right? On say your ARXIV dataset as well as on Bilsum dataset. So what they claim over here is that Pegasus actually equals state of art in some of these datasets, and in some of these datasets it actually exceeds the state of art, and these are very interesting results for abstractive text summarization. So the conclusions from the paper is that they have proposed Pegasus. It's a sequence to sequence model with gap sentences generation as a pre-training objective, which is tailored for the abstractive text summarization. They studied several gap sentence selection methods, and they identified the principal sentence selection as the optimal strategy. They also demonstrated the effects of pre-training corpora, gap sentences ratio, vocabulary sizes, and scaled up the best configuration to achieve state-of-art results on all 12 diverse downstream datasets which are considered. They showed that their model was able to adapt to unseen summarization datasets very quickly, achieving strong results in little as 1,000 examples. They also finally showed that their model summaries achieved human performance on multiple datasets using human evaluation.
So we can now implement Pegasus using the transformers library from Hugging Face. Hugging Face transformers provides thousands of pre-trained models to perform tasks on text such as classification, information extraction, and so on. Right? They also have support for, or they're backed by the most popular deep learning libraries, PyTorch and TensorFlow. They also have seamless integration between them, meaning you can train your models on one of the frameworks and load it for inference with the other. They also have this model hub where you can quickly download these pre-trained models on a given text. you can fine tune them on your own data sets and share them back with the community. Okay, so they have support for different transformer models. BERT, you can see over here, Digital BERT, Electra, so a lot of GPT-2, GPT. They also have support for Pegasus. Now, if you look at the link for the model for Pegasus, you see that they have the checkpoints, which are the models which have been pre-trained on different data sets. Each of them is around 2.2 GB on disk, and they have 568 million parameters. Okay, and you have this simple code with which you can actually load a pre-trained model, perform abstractive text summarization using Pegasus, and we can see the results. Okay, now if you look at the various checkpoints over here for Pegasus or the pre-trained models, you will find that there are pre-trained models of Pegasus on the different data sets. So we saw 12 downstream data summarization data sets. So for each of that, you have those models over here. Okay, now let us go to our code. The first step is that from transformers, we need to import the Pegasus, Pegasus for conditional generation basically, and Pegasus tokenizer. We also have to import Torch. As a prerequisite, we have to have Hugging Face transformers installed, which would in turn require you to install both Torch and TensorFlow. The instructions are there in the Hugging Face transformers GitHub page. Okay, I would not go into that. So what we are doing over here is that let us first consider the Pegasus model, which has been pre-trained on the XM dataset. Okay, so basically not pre-trained but trained on the XM dataset. Okay, so you can create a tokenizer, Pegasus tokenizer from the pre-trained model basically over here, and also create a model. Okay, so then we pass a source text. Okay, so what I have done over here is that I have used the source text which has been described in the paper as an example. So if you go to the Pegasus paper, so this is some generated summaries by Pegasus Large, Huge News basically on certain examples from Reddit TIFU. Okay, so there is this example which talks about something happened 5-6 years ago where they played cops and robbers, and this kid fell and had a gash on the leg. So the gold standard or the summary was: played cops and robbers with my cousin on Xmas day, gashed my leg, failing a jump. And the model gave an output saying that I tried to play cops and robbers and ended up with a nasty gash in my leg. So this is very close to the gold standard. Now let us look at the code. Right. So what we have is the same text over here. So we create a batch by passing the source text. So this creates the sequence to sequence batch. Right, and then we generate using the model the summary. Okay, so which is present in the translated, and then what we do is that we decode the summary over here. Okay, using batch decode, and if you look at the summary, it says that this is the story of how I ended up with a nasty gash on my leg, which is quite close to the gold standard summary which we saw over here. But this part of I try to play cops and robbers is missing over here. But what is quite easy for you over here is that with just these lines of code, given your text, now you can produce an abstractive summary. Okay. Now there is another example over here. So if you look at the document over here, there is this document which talks about, the summary is: we were off-roading, dog jumped in the way of the truck I was driving, I killed the dog by accident. Okay, and the model gives: I ran over my friend's dog with an SUV while off-roading. Okay, now with the same model, which is the Pegasus XM, we are now trying to generate an abstractive summary for this text. Again, we prepare a sequence to sequence batch using the tokenizer. We generate this thing, and then we decode the the summary. So when we decode the summary, we get this as a summary which says: I have been meaning to write this post for a long time. So here, if you look at the summary, it is totally off from what should have been the summary. So this is also quite possible because this model was trained on a different data set, right? This is an XM thing, okay, or pre-trained on a different data set. Now let's try the same with the Pegasus large model. So for this, we just load the model. Again, the model name is this thing. We kind of get the tokenizer. We also load the model. So we try on this particular same text. Again, we prepare a batch, we pass it to the model, and then we decode the summary. Okay, so when we decode the summary, it is slightly longer over here, which says that the dog couldn't be any happier and was about to jump off the truck, and it says some other part. Still, it doesn't talk about the incident of the user running over the dog. Okay. Now, if you look at the other statement which we had, which talked about, this happened 5-6 years ago, Xmas day, where it is about getting a gash on the leg. Again, the summary is slightly different over here. Okay. Now, let us look at the model which was trained on the Reddit TIFU. Okay. So, because these texts are from Reddit TIFU, right? So, again, I load that particular model over here, and then I pass this particular text about the gash, and here you get a very good summary saying that played cops and robbers, tried to jump over a fence, ended up with a nasty gash on my leg. I am not a good cop. So, this is quite close to the ground truth. Similarly, if you look at this thing, it is like went off-roading with friends and brought a friend's dog along. So here it says that, and I felt the dreaded double thud under the tires and heard the dog yelp in pain. So this is kind of meaning that the user ran over the dog. Okay. So you can use Hugging Face Transformers library. You can get Pegasus models over there, and you can actually also do fine tuning on your dataset. But here I have just explained the part where you can use the model as is, the pre-trained models as is, to generate summaries on your text.
In this video, I have explained what is text summarization, what is abstractive text summarization, how you can do abstractive text summarization with the Google Pegasus deep learning model, and also how you can implement that using Hugging Face Transformers library in Python. If you like such video, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, also press the bell icon so that you'll get notified whenever I create new videos. See you in the next video. Bye for now.